Origin just home UX, and this is the $18,000 fake basic training bootcamp featuring the Electrician and AngryCops. Obviously, unsubscribe podcast. What do you mean by fake basic training? You can do that? First of all, basic training bootcamp playing military things, right? So obviously, it's like there was an SNL thing, right? I don't know. There was a skit about like fake jail, right? Like you can come to fake jail, this and that. It's not going to count as a real jail time. You still have to do that type of way, right? So this is not going to count as a real a basic training boot camp thing, right? Isn't this supposed to be like scam, like clearly falling under like illegal activities? Like how this can be real? It's not if it's not backed by military. How can you do that? I don't know. But okay, it's going to be interesting. Yeah, but this is a great podcast. Obviously, like Vendigoon, Electrician, Brendan Herrera, and all these other people, like all these different channels in kinda in the same category, talking about things, which is always interesting. So yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, it was taking me 2 months to make. It's 40 minutes long. It's posting today, so it'll be out already, so you'll be able to see it. There is a group of men that go out and do fake basic trainings.
Oh my God.
I'm not done.
Oh,
and
I know where this is going.
Oh,
and
I am labored breath.
The video starts off with me talking about a couple different groups that do it. And then it focuses on, I'd say, the last 2/3 on this group called MDK, Murder, Death, Kill. That's the Modern Day Night Project.
Oh my God, Murder, Death, Kill, by the way. That's a great reference. Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
And there is a specific instructor in it named Steven. And Steven was a Marine from like 1996 to 2001 and screams at people and treats them like shit and goes off the rockers. And Steven, if you're watching, you're upset because you never stayed in the military to fight alongside your friends after 9/11 happened, you coward.
Also, fuck you, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah. So I dislike him because he's a jit.
What does happen? Fuck you, Neil deGrasse Tyson. What does he have to do with this? What? Did I miss something?
So I dislike him because he's a jizz, and all these people are grifting off of the military experience. And I'll give you a specific example of why their jizz is grifting off the military experience. Is they have a bell like Navy SEALs, like in buds,
yeah.
And they have stamped on it U.S. Navy, and the turds that pay $18,000.
That's a scam.
To get yelled at for 3 days by these idiots will ring the bell when they quit, just like the Navy SEALs. And they're all pieces of shit, and I dislike them.
This is fucking bonkers. I know
isn't like if you use badge of like like this is same bell as like Navy SEAL. It says U.S. Navy SEAL or whatever, right, on it, U.S. Navy whatever. Isn't that a scam itself? Like you can't use that, right? It's like I don't know, like. Somebody saying like, oh, we are the same as the military and having the same military badge on it. That I don't know. Isn't that illegal? I don't know.
Exactly what you're talking about because they started popping up on my fucking
like $10,000.
18
grand.
And I looked it up and I was like, and I scroll through the comments and most of them are like reasonable like us, like dude, just enlist. Like it's if you want to get yelled at by another dude, just fucking enlist.
You can get paid to do that.
Yeah,
not
you
the other way
literally
around.
get paid to do it. And most of them are like that, but every once in a while you get someone who obviously paid and like went through the whole process because they're like, welcome to the club, brothers, and like you're a part of a higher learning. And I was just like, this is the greatest scam I've ever seen. My wife, she was talking to me about it. She's like, it's perfect because if they succeed, it's because the program made them succeed. But if they fail, it's because they weren't ready to make the fucking change. And
which is the up thing because the program is supposed to make you better, not force you to fail. It's a great. Sorry, I'm so upset.
This is those psychological things, right? Like stigma. What is U.S. Navy SEAL? The stigma, because some people watch some YouTube videos in there, so just like amplifying that and trying to give you that experience. Like, that's not what it's about, right? It's like one of those shit. Oh, I want to experience this too, right? Like I want to experience this, and just like that's not the real thing, right? And if they were just like, okay, fake U.S. Navy experience something, it would have like, okay, maybe it's something people do dumb shit all the time, fine. But they're just like, okay, this is a boot train. Not really. This boot camp. No, it's
I was
not.
like, you've been working on it for 2 months and you were so fucking stoked.
It's 45 minutes long, and I hold back a little bit. I make sure to say things appropriately because I don't want to get some cease and desist order from these pussies. But unfortunately, there are some the guy that runs MDK, the owner, also has different offshoots. Some of the offshoots are legitimate, and they teach people like skills that you pay like 10 grand for. I think he's a And unfortunately, some of his offshoots have outstanding veterans in them because I don't think they're aware of how much of a and a grifter this guy is. Unfortunately, one of the offshoot businesses from the owner of this Jizzy MDK has a good training regiment thing. I'll say good, I don't really know everything about it, but it seems to be a more pay to learn skills, not to get the shit kicked out of you. And Tim Kennedy teaches firearms training in it.
Oh, yeah.
So that seemed okay. The training seemed good, worthwhile for the money. You're having special operators, crazy skilled dudes teach you for a substantial amount of money how they work and do the things. And hey, if you're going to pay, I don't know how much money it was for that school, and you're going to have the creme de la creme of people that have been involved in it, I can understand that purchase.
You're learning. You're
learning from the best, and you've got money to spend because you're fucking loaded. Hey, that's cool. If I could have enough money to have Chuck Norris teach me karate, I'd fucking do it, right? Basically the same thing.
Especially with that hat.
Right?
That's his only rule.
These colors don't run. But what I want those veterans and people to see is that the owner that owns both of those two things is such a piece of shit that you should just fucking stay away from. Because all he cares about is the money and the bottom line, which as a business I understand, but you're willing to sacrifice the veteran space for it. And then the veterans that are there and stay there, Steven, you bald piece of shit, are grifters, and they can just fuck off. They can absolutely fuck off. They're turds. Your veteran status has been revoked. It's like John Wick. You're no longer consecrated grounds.
And he's the one that didn't deploy, right?
What's that?
One of them didn't do it. He got out.
The guy, Steve, specifically, in his bio says he was a Marine from 1996 to like 2001. And he's the psychopath that has absolutely no control over himself, doesn't know what he's doing, doesn't know how to lead, doesn't know what he's doing. All he knows is like, oh, my job is to make you fucking suffer, like some sycophant. And guess what? You left in 2001. You left when you could have stayed in and fought alongside your brothers in Afghanistan against the Taliban. But no, you didn't. You're a coward. And now, instead of being with your bros and being like, we went through battle together, it was real, and we fought the Taliban that attacked us, you yell at overpaid teenagers and grown-ass men and pretend like you're hard.
And see, that's the thing, man. That's what I said, right? Look, I have two takes on this, right? First of all, if you're passing that like this is the real thing, right? Even though I'm not, I don't even know if he says like this is the real thing. Is that how he's saying like this is real? Like boot camp. This is how it happens. Like you might as well be a Marine now or whatever, right? That's BS, right? That's a big ass problem, right? I'm surprised military doesn't have issue with it. But if it's just like this is just as same experience, I was a whatever, like Marine, Navy, whatever, Navy SEAL or whatever, and I'm giving you this, and he's just like doing this Hollywood version of thing rather than real thing. I don't know, man. Like, if you can have a problem, or I don't know, right? Because people who are going to go there, those people are never going to serve, right? They just want next thing. Like, people find entertainment. This is just like how people climb Mount Everest. It doesn't matter. It's BS in the end, right? So as far as that guy is somewhat truthful, I don't much care because people have too much money, right? And people have too much time. They'll do shit like this, right? They want to have this Hollywood version of US Navy or whatever rather than real thing. And the real people who are real serving there for years and decades, proper like leaders and things, they're not going to care because they're still leading. They're still there, right? Veterans doing their own thing. But if he's passing like this is a real thing and just like lying like that should be like a problem.
Suck my dick. Go run a marathon. I don't give a shit. If you're shredded and 58 years old on TRT up your ass, you're a turd. You're a fucking turd.
Bro, I went to their website because after enough, I was like, how do they convince these fucking idiots to do this? So I clicked on their website, and I want to say about 70 times on one page it said flip the switch. Did you see that too? It's like, when you're ready to flip the switch, come join us and be the elite so you can flip the switch, and then you're going to flip the switch. I was like, bro, it literally says flip the switch on their website like 70 fucking times.
If you have to...
it's one of those things,
I've seen
right?
one video, and I always say it like this. If you have to yell and say you're the leader, You're not the leader.
Up top.
Yeah, but that's one of those things. Who's that guy? The bald guy. I'm forgetting his name, right? Andrew Tate. This is that type of thing, like amping shit up, like not real, right? They're always like gym people, like you need to like just scream at you, like trying to get that one last rap, while they're like people who's like doing the rap, screaming as well. Get the workout done, just like you should be dead after your workout, like lying on the floor or something. Not really. You can't work out like that. In a week, you'll be gassed out. So that's not real thing. This is one of those type of shit, right? People just want that kind of a BS experience. And obviously, most people are going to be duped into that, right? And I don't know, like, I guess I blame people a bit as well. Like, educate yourself. I don't know what to say. Like, information is the key, right? You have internet, information at your grip. How are you getting duped? How are you in such a bubble that people are duping you? Like, I don't know what to say that. But yeah, like I said, like if this is not a new thing, people are doing that all the time, right? Grifters are a lot. You see that on Rogan and every time. Like there are way too many grifters out there. This is just one of those things.
that is how
Absolutely.
that
I'm in charge.
works. No, that guy's not. Yeah, if you say that, oh, you have zero respect, and you are fucked.
I'm literally waiting for the thumbnail to come out so that I can post it today. Oh, I do.
I'm excited. I know what I'm watching on my phone.
Oh, I know. Everyone's like, okay, you're gonna download that. What time's it come out, Rich?
Dude, like the second
How
this,
professional is that video going to be? Is it going to be professional? He's just like screaming and cursing 90% of the video. All the professionalism out of the window when it's like too personal.
is dead. I'm so hot. I'm hot right now.
I'm gonna sit on the couch right there.
If you watch my video and you see the stupid shit this bald ass fuck Steve does, you're just like you're a raging dick without a hole to go into, and that's all you are.
So
and
how
the
do you
biggest
really
thing that
feel?
pisses me off is it just pisses me off so much. It's like I'm a big strong strange man. I just compact. You fucking left before 9/11 and didn't come back. Fuck you. Fuck you.
God, you're gonna be AngryCops in this video.
No, I have to stay even keeled until the end, and then the end I say words. In the end I say some words.
That is
round
angry
back
cops.
and everything?
No. It's like 45 minutes. I couldn't do I mean, I could scream for 45 minutes. That's really not that hard. But no, I did like a breakdown because I didn't want people thinking that I was one of these assholes screaming because I can't control myself. I had to do a breakdown of it and be like, here you go. This guy's got a valid, social media following. This guy doesn't. This guy's a piece of shit. This guy buys his followers. These people are paying this much.
I'm so glad I finally met Rich in person. You know, what was it? 2 years ago we roasted each other. We had a little roast battle, and then TikTok took everything fucking down.
Oh yeah, it was gloves on. It was pretty kid
very
glove.
nice. Yeah,
people reported our shit for bullying.
Yeah, I roasted him.
TikTok?
Yeah,
TikTok's garbage.
Yeah, it's fucking trash. So I roasted him. He roasted me.
See, I have mixed feelings about Elon Musk's Twitter. But after you hear about all the shit that was happening before him, like even the simplest thing got like censored. Like, I mean, you can understand like how people have positive look at Elon Musk just saying like, fuck it, I'm not going to censor anything, right? Because pre-Elon Musk Twitter was insane. It was too censory. There's a limit to things, man, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure I just saw a thumbnail popped up of Brendan Herrera putting like M250 cal by automatic machine gun just because YouTube banned automatic, one of the things like we're going to age restrict your video, this and that. If you make automatic videos or something, just like, fuck it, there you go video. What you going to do? Type of flex, basically. So people get pissed off at YouTube, but Twitter was insane, right? Like anything, like even people having fun, like they just removed it. That was insane.
It was a good time.
I
And
hope TikTok gets banned.
oh yeah, well,
It was almost there.
Good.
I'm now more than you on
over it.
TikTok. I have 1.4 million.
I really hope it gets banned now. I didn't know.
Oh, I misheard that. They were talking about TikTok, not Twitter. But yeah, TikTok did that shit as well. Isn't that Chinese? Like, they are like censoring thing as well. Come on.
Hope it gets banned.
Fuck you, HLC.
Like this ends it. Do you even post on TikTok?
I'm still mad about these idiots in fake basic training. I can't not focus. I can't.
This is your tism. When you get mad at something,
It's so stupid. It's so stupid. They're taking advantage of idiots. Oh,
I could not. That is one thing I've never understood is the idea of
There was a time where I used to see this thing kind of like pissed off, like, what an a-holes, right? It's like, how is like law and government not stepping in, like to save these idiots from themselves? But then the more older I get, the more I realize that there's like a gray line, like there's a middle ground of things, which is like freedom element, right? Like if you just start to like, storm down all those things, you're basically kind of like infringing a bit of freedom. So you can't have like governments and law get into things like that. Like, where do you stop? What is a grifter? What is like, the line starts to get blurred. So at that point, I just think like people need to educate themselves, right? I mean, like, you can't just, if you get duped like this, right, in the gray line, you have nothing but yourself to blame for it, right? And there are way too many people like that. Way too many grifter out there. Way too many people just duping each other. Most of them always goes to Rogan to get the cred, right? To get, like, usually like the, spotlight on them. So more people follow them. The issue is the people themselves. Like, educate yourself enough so you realize what is what and what is not. Why are you getting duped like that? Governments and law cannot just stamp. It will be, like at that point, like, freedom might be a bit, touch and go type of thing, right? It might become a problem. So at this point, like, people need to realize that these are grifter and like, fuck that. I'm staying away from that type of thing rather than somebody stepping in and stopping them.
Of paying for leadership course to that degree. If it's like Elon Musk, I'm like, okay, homeboy he's going to teach me business for 3 days. I'm paying 18 grand, however much. I'm like, he knows his shit. Obviously he knows his shit. I'm going to learn something. If homeboy starts yelling at me, I'm like, I do not like.
Like, I get it. In the video, I say I get it. It's people that weren't in that want the veteran status, right? What does the veteran status mean? It means this, right? We all deployed. We all get each other.
Yeah.
You can't get veterans if you don't serve.
We all understand the difficulties we went through, even though they might have been different. There's a brotherhood. We back each other up. There's government and non-government organizations that want to help us because of the things that we went through. It's one of those things. It's trauma bonding.
Oh,
right?
Really that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's trauma bonding. So and also this sounds really lame, and I cringe at saying it. We're like the warrior class of the United States because we've all been deployed. We signed our name on the line to do it.
Right? I'm like 29. Fuck all of you.
Okay, so I'm guessing all of them had like veterans. Okay, you can't be a veteran if you didn't serve. I mean, that's the whole veteran of what? I guess these all people watches those movies about, like Jason Statham movies where he's a veteran. I want to be that. Good, there you go. U.S. military office is open. They want you, right? They constantly scream at social media, come here. Like, I don't know, go enlist if you want to be veteran, but not this shit.
Shitting on you made me happy. It brought me back to happiness.
Good now.
Because it's a rarity.
Yeah, I'm okay now.
Don't worry, in a minute we're going to bring up that Marine that embezzled all that money and had a fake Purple Heart.
Those guys are lame. Can you imagine just like sitting around like a table with a bunch of bros and they're like, what if we did like basic training? And they're like, we should have a
Way
belt
too many like that.
Like the SEALs do. Like, oh fuck yeah, that's
They have a wall of tomahawks. What's up with that? Did you see the wall of
That's
tomahawks?
manly,
Is that for
don't you
graduating
know?
classes?
Tomahawks are cool.
Oh, here we go.
I hate my unit was the Tomahawks. We
got it
so
back.
much now. They call us Tommies.
Somebody died in their training. They killed a dude.
See, that's what I thought. It was somebody died, right?
What?
Somebody died, and they're still going on. So $18,000 for like.
Whoa. Somebody died doing training? That's a big red flag. Like, at that point, somebody has to step in. Like, this is unsafe, right? It's like, it's one of those things. It's not, I'm guessing they made people sign those waivers off, like, even if you die, like, it's not our, like, it's a problem. Can you just do that? Can you just, like, waiver sign that that's enough? Like, you might die and then people just die, like, left, right, and it's fine. I highly doubt that's, like, legal in any way. Like, if people... Nowadays, even during construction, right, it's like 50 million safety things. And if somebody gets hurt, that's a big issue with the regulation and everything. So you can do this fake training shit, which is not important. It's not doing anything. It's not really making you anything military related. It's not even doing anything good for the community or anything. It's just like entertainment. This is leisure activity. And in that, if somebody dies, that's fine. There's no rules for that. That doesn't make sense.
A dude, and there's like 20 dudes in each class, if not more. And you couldn't have like a medical personnel there to like assist him. That's unfortunate. They're getting sued currently.
Wait, they didn't have medical?
I don't know if they did or didn't. They don't show
they
anybody
better.
with even
Not
a fucking
enough,
med pouch,
apparently.
right? Even then in the video, I talk about like as a drill sergeant, like these wannabe drill sergeants screaming at people. Like even as a drill sergeant, we go through like medical training to make sure we can identify what's going on with somebody. Like rhabdo,
Oh yeah, rhabdo and extreme. If you don't know what rhabdo, it is extremely deadly. It is the overexertion of muscles. Your proteins can't break down, so then your kidneys struggle, and that's why you pee out blood or a really dark urine, and then your body just shuts
And
down.
your body starts like eating away your muscle. My lieutenant had it.
What the? You train at that level in military? I don't know what that is medically, but I didn't know like you. How are you not like passing out before that? I mean, if you get that's so fucked up, man. I mean, I get it, like Navy SEAL training, probably that's what they're talking about, or Marine training, like some advanced training, not just in basic training. At that point, I would like to, if this happens in basic training, just basic military training, if this thing happens, then you probably needs like higher nutrition, right? If it's really intense, like you're working out at a level, like all your muscles are working at a level, and this is happening, that would be different, right? And that, I don't know, if that happens in basic training, I highly doubt it. Like something like a Marine training, Navy SEALs, probably. But if, yeah, that's so fucked up, man. If that happens, right, that's problem. Your organ starts to get damaged at that point.
Kidney failure,
yeah, it's
basically.
Fucking terrible for you, and it's extremely hard to get to that point. We didn't see much of it. Military was the only time you really seen it until CrossFit came out. Then we seen a huge surge of rhabdo with CrossFit because it was like,
CrossFit
oh, don't
makes
worry
sense.
about this. We'll just fucking, you push through it. You push
You push through
you'll be
it,
fine,
and
you'll be
then
fine.
yeah, then
And
you
then you
overexert
die.
yourself.
CrossFit problem is like duration, not the. I mean, yeah, duration can do that as well. But I don't know, like if you're in CrossFit, you need to be like, I don't know, like overflown with a lot of nutrition and like protein and a lot, right? Because the duration is the killer, right? You can be strong, man, and lift something like for 1-2 rep, and you're still gonna be fine. Hypertrophy starts at like higher rep, not even that, like 6 to 10 reps. It's just like good enough thing to like starts that like muscles start to grow larger because duration is the problem, right? You can lift something once or you can lift something 12 times. There's a difference. So muscle gets bigger because body realizes you need more work for this. Now CrossFit usually goes like much higher reps than that body weight, but still your body is not small or something. And all these CrossFitters are really muscular, right? So at that point they need to be like, yeah, CrossFit, I don't understand that, man. I don't know if I respect CrossFit or not, but yeah, I respect the effort. But the goal of it, I don't know, man.
Even if you're already physically fit, you can overexert yourself to an extreme.
And then you can, dude, some people get rhabdo
extreme
so fucking
overtraining
easy.
is
I had
really-
one dude, I did one workout session. This is personal training. I was fucking locked in. He's like, I don't work out. I was like, okay, this will be easy. I had him do 10 body squats up and down 4 times. It was like 4 sets of that. We'll do some push-ups. We'll do light jump rope. I was easing him into workout, and I was like, okay, here is just, and then diet. I got a call from him. He was like, man, I can't move. I was like, man, we did a really light day. He's like, should my pee look like this? I was like, send a picture, send it. I was like, oh, bro, you got rhabdo. What the fuck? You barely did anything. And I had him go to the ER, and then they loaded him up with IVs and everything. And they were like, oh, that was actually really close to kidney failure. That's how bad rhabdo is. You will fucking die. Like,
You can come back and be okay, but there are some points where you cannot. And then your body's like changed.
Come on, man. The way that's not enough. Like, I'm guessing his diet was so bad, he was barely eating anything. And even when he ate something, it was some like useless crap. But even then, can that do that? Like, I'm guessing he never did any physical activity before doing this shit, and that just like pushed him enough. I don't know. Overtraining is fucked, and that can lead to this, right? And that's really fucked up. But yeah, I don't know. I think symptoms would be there, right? I don't know, man. There was a time where I did, like so much workout, so much exercise, because, this like one of the first time I started to really grow. And that you get that high, like I can do this, I can do it more. Like just like I was a kid at the time, I remember like 10 so years ago. Yeah, 10 so years ago. And I just did so much. I remember after like 3-4 days of extreme training, my whole, immune system, everything kind of shut down, right? And, I had to sleep like long time, like 12, 14 hours, 16 hours for 2-3 days. I can't work out or something. Even eating made me sick, right? Even smallest movement had a capacity to like get, sprain my muscle or something, even though I was like fully hydrated. It was really fucked up, right? So at that time I was like extreme, like 95% 1 rep max to like 6-8 plus rep, doing like, I don't know, 25 to 40, sets every day for like multiple days. I was doing that for a long time, and there it hit me. So yeah, extreme training can be really fucked up.
Forever, and now you can do like the minimal physical activity because your body will just break down. And you're like, whoop, just tear itself down.
Fucking nuts.
And they're just pushing people into that. Where I didn't know someone died from
Someone
that,
passed
though.
away, and there's a suit going against them. And Steve.
That's how they pass.
And Steve. Steve is named in it. Steve is named in it. And I have a nice little cut of Steve like being super upset and being like, my job is to kill you. Well, you succeeded, Steve. You fucking did it. You did it. You could.
I love that passive aggressive. Look at his face, man. He should join the the action suit, right? He's so angry about this. I feel like it would be cathartic for him. Like join the suit and go after him. Like this is not. I'm an actual guy, right? I do this. I'm an actual veteran or whatever, right? Like yeah, this is not right type of way. He should join in.
You couldn't do it to a fucking Afghan in the Taliban, but you did it to somebody in the United States, a United States citizen. Good job.
What
If you don't need a veteran, like none of us judge if you've not joined the military. Like I give a shit. If you don't deploy, I don't give a shit. I usually say you're one of the smart ones. My dumbass didn't have a choice. I was like, buh, I have a GED. Buh, I'm poor and Mexican. Buh, I can shoot guns. War, I got $1,800 a month, maybe. I don't know, like it's a very bad paycheck. It was an experience that I wouldn't wish upon anyone. And then I got back and I'm like, okay, Now I tell everyone, don't do that or join the Air Force. Like, be smart, do that.
You're just sitting in your car
I'm not once in my fucking life be like, if you haven't joined the military yet, you know what you can do? Pay 10 grand, do a 5-day course to get smoked out, and you will be such a leader after.
People pay how many thousands of dollars? 50. I don't even remember. Like how many money there? 10,000, 20, 30. I don't even know the number to climb Mount Everest. That's the money you have to give like Nepalese government and like the people there who will support you to get there, right? You go there, literal dead bodies lying around because nobody's there to remove them, and then yeah, look at them climb Mount Everest. People do dumb shit all the time, right? And I understand psychology of that, why they do it, right? I mean, we like to think like, okay, in hindsight, we like to think things, but there's like, very small area where like it's really hard to judge. People need something in their life. But you need to be smart about it, right? You're going to pay $20,000 for a fake basic training. Well, they just push you. It's like just like glorified, like gym trainer who just went to be extreme, and there you go. Now you're nearly dying now. Some guy also died, so there is that. If I would have 20,000, you're going to get like how much rich are you? I mean, sure, like they're rich people. 20,000 is nothing for them. I'm guessing those are the type of people go there. I don't know.
That fuck no, never in my fucking life would I say that to anyone.
One of them got a tattoo on his arm. It's like a whole upper sleeve, and it's his graduating class of like 6 or 7 guys like running through the sand holding like their class flag. It looks like a fucking SEAL tattoo, like a Bud's class tattoo. I'm telling you, that guy's gonna get his ass kicked if he goes into the right club in San Diego. He's gonna be like,
that's like like people have this like insignias for their squads and things. Right? Even Fallout New Vegas, right? I'm pretty sure it's in that or somebody else. Like if you wear like something like that, and just like people will be pissed off. Like why are you wearing that? Take that off or something. I'm pretty sure that's the case about First Pay. There is something, I remember that, right? Even video games acknowledge this. Like you can't just wear something like that if you've not been there. You just want to join the club, then join the actual club. Go fuck you. Just go to military if that's important to you. They just want to look cool. Like see, I'm also Navy SEAL. No, you're not.
what class were you in? Like, oh, I was in this class. Buds? You were in class 002 for Buds? That's like in the 60s. No, not Buds, man. It was kind of like Buds. We had to ring a bell. We had
Pretty much the same thing.
We had this Marine that got out and cowered before, 9/11.
His one right now, he's watching this episode like, fuck.
It's the cringiest shit ever. It looks like a really good tattoo, but it's just like, it's like getting a really beautiful tattoo of yourself getting pegged. Right? Like,
That was awesome.
It's
okay. Man, this guy's really pissed off, man. All the things he's like coming off, it's just really pissed off. Because I hate that shit. The whole thing, right? Like, no. You there situation you were in where like you were like surrounded by Taliban, right? Your squad mate was like shot down. You need to like rescue him and rescue yourself, but chances were low because you were shot down by AK-47 all around. It's the same thing. See, you and me are the same thing. Look at this tattoo. I was also in the boot camp. Of course, people are gonna be pissed off at that one. This is insane. Well, that was the $18,000 fake basic training bootcamp featuring Federation Angry Cop. Angry Cop, isn't that the right name? This is my channel. Subscribe clips, subscribe podcast. If you like my next one, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.